happy vlog day. Friday for you, Tuesday for me. I feel like Tuesday gonna start being my day. That's a lot of titty jiggle. Okay. I need to focus. I need to focus. Y'all, I feel like the last couple of weeks of my life, not even just my vlog, my life, I have been holding a lot of people accountable. And they deserve it. But today and this week, I have been sitting back and asking myself, how much of that accountability can I hold on to? How much of that accountability is mine to hold on to? And if I'm being honest with y'all and myself, there is a lot of this accountability in a lot of these situations that are mine to hold on to. And this week, we're going to talk about it. This week, I am going to hold myself accountable because I cannot grow. Hold on, y'all. I started to do something for work. We're going to pause this and come right back. Okay, I'm back. My bad, y'all. I started doing something for work that I thought was going to be a quick thing, and it actually wasn't. And so it created this situation where I was trying to talk to y'all, but I couldn't talk to y'all. But anyways, I'm back. So I realized that everything that I have had to hold the people in my life accountable for, they did that shit. Period. Like, friends in my life that I held accountable these last couple of weeks, they did that shit. Those people who I needed to work with professionally that I feel dropped the ball in a lot of ways, they did that shit. My partner, in a lot of ways within this relationship, they did that shit. But along with that, I realized that in every situation in life where you are having issues with other people, you also need to look inward and ask yourself, what internal issues are here that I can address and hold myself accountable for. One of the reasons why in very hard seasons of my life, if I'm into it with my mother, or if I'm into it with the person I'm dating, or if I'm into it with more than one friend, my personal practice is to take a step back and look at myself for a couple of reasons. The person that I'm into it with might be somebody I want to keep in my life, right? Like my mom. She ain't going nowhere. Or maybe even him. You know what I mean? Because I feel like even if me and him choose not to have a romantic relationship, we're going to always have a friendship. We're going to always have some type of connection. That's really true about me and most of the people I've dated. Excuse me, all the way down to the second boy I ever kissed. He's still lurking around in my contact somewhere. Like, if I'm not talking to you, it's because we had a very bad breakup or a very bad disconnection. And that could be platonic or romantic. If not, then even if it ain't what it used to be, everybody that's been in my life before is still in some capacity in my life. And I say that to say I have long-standing connections with people. And those long-standing connections go through shit because we healing, we going through things. I have friends that I've known since we were 14 years old. We 34. You know what I mean? We've been through some shit. And the relationships have to go through some shit as well. That being said, when I'm going through a hard time with somebody, I find something internal to work on, so I'm not constantly poking at what it is that I feel like they need to work on. And I think the reason why my relationship recently has been so hard on me is because I haven't found anything until this week for me to work on. And so every little thing he does or doesn't do is right here in my face, and it's open for scrutiny, so to speak. And I have been scrutinizing. And I haven't been wrongfully scrutinizing, because in a lot of situations, he has made me feel like I'm not safe here. But I'm not communicating that. I'm not even telling him this is how I feel. I'm looking at him in the face and telling him, I'm okay, we're going to get through this. And then I get here on this camera with y'all and tell y'all, I can't stand this motherfucker. He getting on my nerves, and I'm trying to figure out how to get him and his kids out of my life. Which is not true. It's not true. Because if I can find time to sit in front of a camera and say, I'm sick of this shit, I'm not that sick of this shit. Now, I'm not happy with things. And because I'm not happy with things, I'm feeling things about that. And that's real. But in order for me to get those things fixed, I I gotta talk to the motherfucker who can fix it. And I'm not right now. And so if I'm gonna hold myself accountable for anything this week, I'm gonna hold myself accountable for two things. The first thing I'm gonna hold myself accountable for is weaponizing my self-sufficiency. I often tell people, no, it's okay. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. But then I go out of my way, and a lot of times in a very inauthentic way, to help people. Oh, I got this. I can do this for you. I can do that. Even around here. I tell myself all the time, they just want me to do everything. They want me to do everybody here. They want me to do this. They want me to do that. But if I take myself back to the beginning of this relationship, if I take myself back to a few years ago, if I take myself back to when my stepson started his locks, if I take myself back to when Gucci started his locks, if I take myself back to some of the situations, some of the times where both of them were headed over to the loctician's house, and I was like, y'all do know I can do y'all hair. These are very human, and so I'm not beating myself up. Things that are confusing as fuck. Because how do I say, I got this, I can do all my the hair in the house, and I can make everybody's clothes, and I can make everybody a winter hat for the summer. I mean, I can make everybody in the house a winter hat for the winter, right? But then when I get overwhelmed, instead of just saying, y'all, I bit off way more than I can chew. I can't do everybody hair. Y'all start going to the young lady who does y'all locks, and every now and then I can do y'all hair if maybe you ain't got the money to pay her right now, or if something is going on in her life, I can step up. I can do that. I don't mind that. What I wasn't doing was saying I bit off more than I can chew. I was saying, y'all gave me too much to eat. Y'all did this for me. Y'all made me y'all. But it's not only on other people. It's not. And I need to fix that. And I need to see myself and hear myself, tell myself to fix it. Because ain't nobody else going to be able to penetrate this hard ass head of mine but myself. And so let me just say right now to myself, you fucking up a little bit, mamas. Like, that ain't cool. You can't look at somebody and say, it's cool, I got you, I can do whatever you need me to do because I'm here with you, I'm riding with you, and then turn around and tell everybody else, this motherfucker using me. That don't fly. It shouldn't fly. And I'm not going to let it fly. Even if I don't end up with him long term, no matter who I end up with, what I'm doing is unhealthy. What I'm doing is disrespectful. What I'm doing is manipulative, and it doesn't even hurt nobody but me. And so I'm gonna fix that shit. And I know I'm not gonna fix it overnight, right? Like, I also realized that it comes from this like self-righteous place of like wanting to be a savior. I want to be able to say that I've done it all and nobody has helped me. And I feel like that is a sickness that a lot of women have, especially a lot of black women, if I'm just being very honest. I know a lot of black women who literally take everything in the house and put it on her back and then wake up one day and drop it all and go, God damn it! Nobody helped me. But let's ask another question. Did somebody offer to help you? Maybe somebody offered to help you in a way that wasn't exactly the way you wanted, because I'm a control freak, and you refused it. Then you refuse it from this place of, I don't want to have to tell you how to help me. Forget it, I'm going to do it. Why don't you want to have to tell somebody how to help you? Why don't you recognize that it's a blessing that somebody in your life want to be told how to help you and will actually do it? How many people in your life have you told what you needed to and they didn't do it? I think back to my father. I was a 9-year-old little girl on my father's answering machine telling him how fucked up it was that he did not come and get me for his wedding to his wife. How messed up it was that I had on a dress and I was looking good and I was feeling good and I thought I was going to be a part of his big day and I wasn't. And that man heard that and told my mama to stop letting me use the phone. He didn't do what this man is doing and hear my issues and fix it. He literally heard my issues, said nothing about my issues, and basically told my mama to stop letting me bother him. 20 years later, I have the right to be angry at somebody who can only fix things after I have told them what they need to fix. instead of being happy that there's somebody now in my life that wants to fix things after I have expressed my issues with them. I'm wrong, y'all. I'm wrong, and I want to hold myself accountable in this space because no other space means as much to me as my vlog space. Like, if you take time to watch me every week, I am so grateful to you. But this space is so intimate for me. It's so intimate for me because one day I'm going to look back on this and I'm going to recognize the growth of the woman that I was versus the woman that I'm going to become. One day my brand is going to be large and these videos are going to be clipped all around and viral, certain bits and pieces and funny little moments. And when people are picking this apart and misconstruing what I'm saying and what I'm feeling, I'm going to be okay with that. Because right now in this moment, I am truly enjoying this journey of just growing with myself. And after I'm done recording a video, I watch it. I watch it right before I post it on my YouTube, and I watch it on my YouTube. Recently, I watched the last few weeks of my vlog, and I realized that I was well in my rights to feel the way that I've been feeling. But then I think about who I am when this camera isn't rolling, and I tell myself that you need to do better. My partner and I had a very important conversation last Friday where I expressed to him some of the things that I was feeling. And I realized that he did not know that I was feeling those things. And me expressing those things to him has helped him and me communicate a lot since Friday. And he said something to me that made me take pause. He said, babe, when I first met you, I told you I was behind you in a lot of ways. And I needed some help and I needed some grace. And I think that you only thought that that meant financial. And I'll be honest, I did. You know, he said, no, I have issues with communication. I have issues with trauma. I have issues with grief. I got issues with self-identity. I have issues with myself as a man. And you telling me that you want to be in my life, I thought was you telling me that you want to help me with these issues. I'm not telling you to suffer while I'm dealing with these issues, any of those things. But I told you that I needed this help. And he's right. The reason that I haven't been able to show up for him the way I need to is because I have been showing up inauthentically. I've been coming to him being like, it's cool, we good, I'm good. And then I get by myself, or I'm here on this camera, or I'm in the shower and I'm crying because I'm like, what the fuck is this? The truth of the matter is, I'm making it hard for us to get through this because I'm not being honest. Last week, the words of the week for me were authenticity and communication. Those will probably be the words of the week for me in my healing journey for a while. Because I need to work on my authenticity. I am a people pleaser. And being a people pleaser makes you a liar. Because it's easier to tell a person that it's cool, I'm good, than it is to say, I'm not good. And this is why I'm not good. Because there's a fear there, right? There's a fear that a person is not going to give a fuck that you're not good. There's a fear there that a person is not going to give you the response that you want. And that fear is a trauma response to being disappointed, first of all. But it's also very controlling and manipulative. Life shouldn't be what I want it to be. Life shouldn't be exactly how I want it. If life was the way I wanted, I probably wouldn't be sitting on in front of this camera because I hate my voice. But one day I decided to take a leap of faith and start doing this. And now the number one thing that people say to me is they love my voice. If I only allow the things that I want to happen in my life, I'm going to not have a lot of things in life that I truly need. Because I'm only focusing on me, myself, my wants, my control. I got to know how to do it all. And I don't. And so what I'm going to be working on, while I let him work on his mess, while I let the world around me, honestly, work on their mess, right? My motherhood wound. I have to work on being okay with this statement being true about myself. I am perfectly fine with the fact that I will never have children in my life. But the path that I took to realize that I won't have children is hurtful. And I need to be okay with being hurt by it. I've had multiple miscarriages and I don't talk about them. I don't speak about them. Because one day somebody told me that I shouldn't speak about them. And that person isn't even in my fucking life anymore. And I gotta let that shit go. I gotta let her go. I gotta let other people in my life that ain't there no more go. Goodbye. I gotta let this shit go. Because there are people here right now in my life that I'm hurting. And I'm ignoring and neglecting. One of my friends texted me this past weekend and told me that she has some important news for me. And because I'm so fucked up in my head about shit that is no longer in my life, I finished eating my food. I was going through a lot of shit. I fell asleep and did not reach back out to one of my friends. Now, she has forgiven me, but I'm telling myself all of this to remind myself that I need to get focused. Because I'm tripping over shit that ain't mine no more. That ain't gonna never be mine. And I'm falling on top of the things that are mine. The people that want to be here. The people that love me. Because I'm not being real. And I want to change that. The second thing that I want to be true about myself is I only want to be kind, not nice, when I authentically want to be. Not because I'm a nice person and this is what I'm supposed to do. All that other bullshit is just fluff. And it's bullshit that I tell myself to make myself feel self-righteous about the shit that I do. And it's not real. It's not true. I gotta stop saying shit like people don't help me. I got help. I got tons of fucking help in my life. That's why I don't have no issues with not getting help and doing this and doing that. Because at the end of the day, I'm fine. And I know I'm fine. And I feel like because I live in a world where there are a lot of people in this world who are not fine, who are going through things, I want to be part. I want to be a part of the game, but maybe I ain't supposed to be. Maybe I am different. Maybe I am blessed. Maybe I am gifted. Maybe I am all these things that people have said about me that I feel like people just say because they want to say it, and I'm not living in it. I'm not standing in it. I'm not walking in my light fully. I'm telling people that I'm struggling with things that I'm really not fucking struggling with. I'm telling people that I'm going through stuff that I'm really not going through because I want people to feel like I'm not better than them. And I hope that they never feel that I'm better than them. But my circumstances might be better than theirs. And I don't have to lie about my circumstances or create some bullshit for no reason. And I'm doing that in a lot of places in my life. I'm refusing help. But then walking around acting like I'm super tired. When in reality, I just need to accept the help that's being offered to me and I won't be as tired. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to be tired. I'm a business owner. I'm a content creator. I'm a business owner. I'm a dancer. / But these are all choices I made. And so today, this week, I just want to hold myself accountable. And say, girl, I love you, but get your shit together. Focus on your shit. And give everybody else shit a rest. Now, after you done focusing on your shit, if you don't want to be in this relationship, but you just want to be this man's friend, cool. If you and this man fall back in love and everything is great, cool. If you work on yourself and some of the people that was your friend, not your friend no more, cool. Certain family members that was super close to you, not super close to you no more, cool. But we will not be the same woman tomorrow that we are today. I am telling myself to get my shit together because I deserve my best from myself, even if nobody else gives me their best. If this man never becomes the man of my dreams and I gotta walk away from him, that's okay. I still need to become better. I still need to work on the way I communicate. I still need to work on my authenticity, even if he never gets better. Because if he does get better, he's going to need a better partner. And if he don't get better, then I need to be the shit for the next person, so I don't attract this same amount of mess. I can't sit back and act like I'm just so great. We had 20 minutes. I'm finna wrap us up. I can't sit back and act like I'm just so great. And everybody else is so poo. But all these other people are being attracted to me, baby. Something in me is a little poo. Something in me is familiar to these people that I'm trying to look down on. And so I'm finna stop doing that. I'm finna put myself eye to eye with the things and the people in my life and start using that to help me grow. And I hope that my journey helps somebody else. If you are a people pleaser, a control freak, a little neurotic, listen to everything I said, bitch. Because we need to get our shit together. I need to get my shit together. And if any of this applies to you, we need to get our shit together. And I'm going to. And I'm proud of myself in advance. Because I'm going to get my shit together. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to continue to hold myself accountable. And I'm going to take y'all along on the ride. My job clearly is making the noises. The ding dings and the bing bings. So that means it really is time for me to get to working. Which I'm about to do. I thank y'all for your time. I thank y'all for your energy. And I thank myself for my authenticity and my communication. And I'm going to keep working on those things. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good week.